Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Happy Healthy Guts. Today, I'm going to show you how we make our pancake mix. This pancake mix, it's quite versatile. You can use it to make pancakes, waffles, but also it's great for muffins. So first, I'm going to show you how we mix the dry mix that we typically make once every 2 weeks. But also, I'm going to make some waffles so that you can see how easy it is to make waffles once you have your mix ready. So we're going to start with a bowl. And we're going to need the base for our mix, which is going to be almond flour. You can also use ground almonds. If you can't find almond flour, it's okay to use ground almonds also. We're going to need 4 cups of the ground flour or almond flour. Got 3 and 1 more. This mix actually makes really fluffy and airy pancakes, which is fantastic. So we've got our 4 cups of almond flour or ground almond. Next, we're going to need coconut flour. And for our coconut flour, we're going to add half a cup of coconut flour. You will notice the ratio of almond flour and the coconut flour. Coconut flour, it's great to make things spongy and airy, but if you use too much of it, it does have a tendency to dry out your baked goods. So 4 cups of almond flour, half a cup of coconut flour, we need a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda. So that's 1 tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda. And we will need 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon and a half of salt. Our last ingredient is going to be a sweetener. You can choose which sweetener you want to put in. My preferred sweetener for the pancake mix is erythritol. If you don't have erythritol, you can also use monk fruit sweetener or stevia as well, if that's what you have in hand. I'm going to get my erythritol for my mix. So I'm using regular granulated erythritol. And that's going to be half a cup of erythritol or whichever other granulated sweetener of your choice. And that is it. We're just going to mix all of the different ingredients well. I'm just using a whisk here. Just make sure that they're combined. There is no need to get a store-bought pancake mix when you can make this in advance. and have it there for whenever you want to make some pancakes. So our last step will be just to place it in a jar. I like to place it here. It's always there on the counter, so we're always ready to make pancakes whenever we need to. Just add your mixture into a jar. If you have an airtight container, that's fantastic because it will keep all the ingredients fresh as well. And that is it. We have our pancake mix ready for whenever we need it. As I mentioned, and we will put the links below, because you can make pancakes, you can also make waffles, and you can also use the same mix to make muffins. So I'm going to make waffles. So you can see I have my trusted waffle maker here. It's already nice and hot. So I'm going to show you how to make the waffles with this pancake mix or baking mix. So we are going to need 1 cup of our mix. In it goes. We will need 1/4 of a cup of melted butter. You can also use avocado oil or melted coconut oil. We will need 1 egg, large egg. If your eggs are small, you'll need 2. And lastly, we will need 1/4 of a cup of almond or coconut milk. We make our own almond milk, and also the recipe will be in the link below in case that you want to make your own almond milk. Alternatively, you can also use milk kefir, you can use hazelnut milk, you can use coconut milk, all of those easily made at home, really delicious, and they make incredible pancakes. So we're just going to mix this up. Okay. And once it's all combined, we are just going to add the mix onto our waffle maker. Just to say, for the waffles, you do expect quite a thick mix. So I have measured for our waffle maker that each waffle takes 1/2 cup of the batter. Press this down, and we're just going to let them cook. The mix of 1 cup of the pancake mix that we've done for the waffles will make 4 waffles, depending on the size of your waffle maker. Ours makes quite thin waffles, but some waffle makers can make the waffles a little bit thicker as well, but typically it will make 4 waffles, so it's quick and easy breakfast. You can make these waffles the night before as well, or even the day before, and they keep well refrigerated if that's what you wanted to do, to have things prepared. So you can make them the day before, just keep them in the fridge in an airtight container. Wake up in the morning, you can either put them in the toaster, or you can quickly heat them up on the pan, or you can even microwave them for a couple of seconds. So some of the things that we love on our waffles are, we have our homemade Nutella, which as you probably imagine, it's not filled with sugar. We have the recipe in the page as well, but we'll post the link to the video so that you can make it below. Also, we have a raspberry jam, which again, completely keto, low carb. Raspberries are one of those low carb, fruits that we can eat, which are incredibly, fresh now that the summer is coming, and you want to have something with that sharpness. So we have the recipe as well for our raspberry or strawberry jam. So they're delicious with jam as well. They're delicious with Nutella or with chocolate sauce as well. If you want to use a form of syrup, you can use something like chicory syrup as well, which is high in fiber, low in carb, but also contains probiotics, which is something that it's always great to have in the foods that we're eating. So these are only going to take a couple of seconds more. I'm going to get my spatula and I'm going to check to see how they're doing. Something that I didn't mention is, depending on your waffle maker, I do recommend, if it tends to stick or if it is not a non-stick waffle maker, that you can take a little piece of butter, and then you can just rub, all of the different plates in your waffle maker, just so that it doesn't stick. But also, because the mixture and the batter has butter already, it's less likely to stick to the waffle maker, which is always a good thing. So I'm going to check them now, but also I want to show you this ones that we've made earlier. I'm going to check how this is doing. They're looking really well. So if you see them here, they're cooked. I'm going to let them a few more seconds because we do like them slightly crispy on top, and they remain nice, soft and moist on the inside. So that is how we like them. So we're just going to leave them here for a few more seconds. I'm going to get our spoon to get some of the Nutella spread on top of them. Our Nutella, and you'll see the recipe is really easy to make. We make it with hazelnut butter. You can also make it with almond butter if you prefer. We just use coconut oil and we use stevia, a little bit of vanilla extract, and that's it. It's really simple to make, really delicious, and look at this texture. These are perfect now. To add them on top of here. Perfect. They smell really nice. If you wanted to, when you're mixing the batter as well, you could add some vanilla extract or some orange extract if you wanted them to be a little bit more flavorsome or festive. But here, because we're going to use the Nutella, which is really the star of this show, just drizzle a generous amount. We have a few nuts in here as well. If you had some almonds, if you wanted to top it up with a different type of almonds, if you have some fresh berries or fresh strawberries, you could do that as well. Just going to put a little bit of the jam, and I'm going to just show you this, how quickly that was to make, how delicious. And I believe that now breakfast is served. Well, thank you very much for watching. Do ask in the comments if you have any questions. Do let me know if you tried the recipe and if you liked it. Our family loves it, and we generally hope that your family does too. Bye.